Go ahead.
Okay. Can't we transform our agricultural sector into an organized sector? That's my question.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, please go ahead. After you.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Sachin. I'll have to bring this question up on the Telangana issue.
Okay.
See, I mean, there's a lot of, I feel, rhetoric around, this Telangana movement.
Okay.
But what I don't see is, the actual basis for why there should be a Telangana, or for that matter, why there should be a separate state, whether it be Telangana or any other. So is Lok Satta party really working on trying to, bring out these facts?
I'll explain to you.
Whether it's coming or not. Yeah.
Next.
I'm Shankar. What is the execution plan for the next 6 months for Lok Satta? What are the takeaways for us? As you've been explaining, but I would like to take certain action points.
Okay.
Number 2, do you consider employing any electronic media campaign? Because everybody has got a TV and everybody, that is much penetrated. I think more results will come, and can you consider that? Thank you.
Okay. Yes, I think we must give him a chance now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity. I am Naveen Kumar, working with Akibono Sahab. And my question is, do we have any threat from if Chiranjeevi come up with a
No, that's it.
Why? Because
it's a good question.
He is also coming with a new concept. He is Spark. He is copying our principles, I think. Because he is also conducting training sessions.
Very openly, actually, they have taken all our material, by the way.
Yes. Spark. Yeah. He's come up with the Spark and all this. We are looking in TV and all these news channels. So, is there any threat from the if Chiranjeevi come up with new ideas or with Spark?
Okay. Next.
So.
Hello.
Okay, last 3. 1, 2, 3.
Actually, I want to put the question whatever he asked actually in a different way. Narayan working with Satyam Computers. Is there any way where actually now Chiranjeevi is also same kind of concept what you are telling? Is there any way that you can bring him into Lok Satta and make this as more stronger move?
Okay, next.
I'm Jayaprakash. I'm preparing for civil service. India has facing so many problems. Can we solve by the political party or by mass revolutions? And another one questions, how can change the Indian parliamentary systems and Indian administrative systems?
Okay. Yes.
My name is Ravi. My question to you is the most expected, what you wanted us to ask you on the reservations. Yeah.
Okay.
My perception has been, like we have spent enough years for last many decades, even before I was born, in one format of reservations. What is your perception, like how do we better on this?
Okay. I'll try and respond to them, okay? I can't say no easily, that's my problem.
I think one of the things you're trying to encourage is people, like the people in this room, to join politics and contribute to the nation. A lot of times I hear this concern is that if I want to get into politics, do I have to quit my job, and then what happens to my future? So this office of profit concept, what level does it apply, and how do we relate our jobs to entering into politics?
A good person must be in power. For coming to power, then he has to be supported by so many good people. Are we sure that we have good leaders, and normally good leaders cannot come to power? So how do we ensure that? Do we have really good people to place us in power?
Okay. I don't want to go into detail. Each of these, particularly the civil service aspirants asked essay questions, but I can only give telegraphic answers. Oh, you said agricultural sector. Okay. Let me give you a very quick rundown on that. 3 bullets. A, we have to ensure that credit is accessible to every farmer and every worker in the traditional occupations, and it's possible. Today, only 30-35% people actually have access, and if this 60,000 crores, 100,000 crores is made into a corpus, part of it went into building strengthening the credit system. And I was a leader of the credit system in the country. And the 95 cooperative law in Andhra Pradesh was actually engineered by me and my colleagues in 95, which is a pioneering law in this country. So I understand what I'm talking about. So credit, without credit, you can't really have productive activity of meaningful kind. The second is access to technology, but taking advantage of the modern communications. For instance, you can have electronic kiosks, agri-clinics, for every 2,000 acres, where you can register as a farmer, and therefore online you would know actually who is producing what. And therefore you can make informed decisions about what you would produce. You could have bulk procurement of seed and pesticide in particular, so that the quality can be tracked and price could be to your advantage. As an individual consumer, the farmer really doesn't have that power in the market. Whereas collectively, once you track the transactions, it's unlikely that you have these pesticides that are adulterated, etc., or the substandard seeds that come to you. And a variety of technological services, from soil testing to everything else, but at your doorstep for these 2,000 or 3,000 acres. And third, market. Market access and value addition. You take onion. Whenever the onion price goes up, suddenly there's a political revolution in the country. Some friend talked about the political mass revolutions and political revolutions. Onions changed the fate of several governments in this country. Now, 3 months after that, onion price crashes each time if you actually go into that. Nobody talks about that. Classic case of mismatch of demand and supply. Now, onions are there throughout the world. India is not the sole producer of onion. You don't have such price fluctuation in onion or tomato in those countries. 25 paise one day, 16 rupees the next day. What rubbish is this? Because there is value addition. Because we have the technology now. We have the resources. We just don't match them. So do that, and the consumer gets at a decent price, not 25 paise, which is ridiculous. And the farmer gets a decent price, not 16 rupees, which is ridiculous. Each person could get 3 rupees. That's fair. And that's what the whole system must be built around. And if Chidambaram spent 100,000 crores on that for the next 3 years, I would have been delighted. He did the worst possible thing. If somebody gave you 60,000 crores and decided to appear to do something, but not really do anything worthwhile, this is the best route. And that's the tragedy. It's not lack of resources. What is good for the country is also politically productive. But we become so lazy, born lazy, because we don't have the wherewithal intellectually and emotionally and administratively to actually carry it to the logical conclusion. Telangana. There are 110 districts, 110 countries in the world which are smaller than a large district in Andhra Pradesh. I want you to understand this. 50% of the countries of the world are smaller than a big district in India. So if a new state sought to be formed, it's not a big deal. If 2 states want to combine and form an integrated state, it's not a big deal. The issue is, as I said before, you cannot peg your whole politics around such denominational issues. That is wrong in principle, that is wrong in practice. Each of these has a place. Telangana or any other thing or integrated Andhra doesn't change anything. Neither healthcare, nor education, nor corruption, nor infrastructure. Nothing changes. Not even the faces of these fellows, these tired, old, crooked fellows, and their sons and nephews. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. It's a make-believe thing. After Telangana, something else will come for another 2 years. A Babri Masjid will come one day. Some other Setu will come. Something else will come. We go on and on, emotionally on this roller coaster ride without changing anything in the country. If you want Telangana, by all means you have it. There's a constitutional and democratic way of making it happen. You don't have to be apoplectic about it. You don't have to be emotional about it. There doesn't have to be hatred about it. But it's not a panacea. The answer lies in district governments. The answer lies in localizing power and making it accountable, empowering the citizen in a variety of ways. The answer lies in transforming the political culture. And most of all, in the immediate context, the answer lies in recognizing that irrespective of the state or district, every Indian born or brought up anywhere in the country is entitled to the same rights everywhere in the country. There are no carpetbaggers in India. We are all Indians. Whether you go to Maharashtra or Andhra or Telangana or Rayalaseema or Karnataka, it doesn't make a difference. We are Indians, and there's only one constitution for all of us. Unfortunately, in all this rhetoric, that is confused. So Lok Satta Party doesn't take a position on whether Telangana should be formed or not. But we take a strong position on three things. A, it makes no difference. B, district governments and empowering citizens, and in a very structured way, not merely as a slogan, are the real answer. And C, there is one India and one citizenship, and that cannot be under any circumstances violated. Third, in 6 months' time,